Hello, my name is Daryl Martin. Thank you for joining me on this training today with ApexInvesting.com. Let me ask you a question. If you could trade on the Nadex contracts, the touch brackets, the spreads, the binaries, but do it where it's faster, be able to use stop orders, be able to use trailing stops, be able to look at multiple markets at the same time, multiple expirations at the same time, filter out contracts you don't want, and do all that for free, is that something that would interest you? Well, if so, keep on listening, because what we're going to do is we're going to talk today about the Nadex Scanner and how to install it and set it up. And in subsequent videos, I'll teach you about specific pieces of the scanner. But first, the most important thing, let's get you going. So if you don't have access to the scanner, let me walk you through a couple things that you're going to need to do. Okay? One is make sure that you're using Google Chrome. If you don't have Google Chrome, just literally Google, Chrome. And it'll pop up, Google Chrome today, download it, click download Chrome, and just install the file, and then you'll have the Google Chrome web browser. We are working on other browser compatibility, but right now you're going to need to use it in, again, Google Chrome. If you do have Google Chrome, make sure you have the most up-to-date version. To do that, just click on these three little dots in the top right corner. And then go to the Help and About Google Chrome. And it'll tell you if you have the most up-to-date version, and if not, it'll actually update it for you. Okay, so again, first step is make sure you have Google Chrome installed and make sure you have the latest version of it. Now, if you don't have an Apex account already, go ahead and hop on over to ApexInvesting.com, and under Sign Up, just go down where it says Nadex Scanner and click on that form right there and sign up, and it'll activate the scanner for you. Okay, so pretty simple. Just click on it, and it loads the form. And all you got to do is simply select Free Binary Scanner. Now, we have some people that appreciate the scanner so much, and it's helped them so much in their training, they actually support our development of it, and they pay a little bit every month. So that's optional. It's up to you. If it's really helping you, of course, we'd really appreciate it. It helps us come out with newer, better versions on a consistent basis. So just go ahead and fill everything out and hit Submit. And then you'll go to the home page where you log in at ApexInvesting.com. Now, once you log in, there's a welcome video here, of course, to tell you a little bit about the website and how to find what you're looking for. And at the bottom, you'll see the scanner, and one of those, of course, is to activate the scanner. So if you have a Apex membership already, don't create another membership, okay? Just log in with your current Apex membership and click Activate the Scanner to be able to access it. All right? And then once we have all that set, and once you have access to Apex, once you have access to the scanner, go ahead and log in to the scanner by clicking on this Login to the Scanner icon right here. That will open it up in a new window. And then just in case you have anything like old cache or anything, and maybe a message pops up, you can click those messages for them to go away. But I want to show you how to clear your cache. Hit Control-Shift-Delete. And then that'll allow you to clear out your cache and cookies. And actually, like in this case, for me, it'll clear up 229 megabytes off my computer. So clearing that out is always a good thing to do now and then, especially your cache. But clear that out, especially if you had the old scanner before, so that way you have a brand new page. And then the next thing I want you to do, if you have the old scanner, if you just now signed up, you don't have to worry about this step. But if you have the old scanner, you know that we had extensions that caused all sorts of issues in Chrome, and you don't need them anymore. So what I want you to do is I want you to go over here, and I want you to actually remove the extension. You don't need the extension for the new scanner. So click Remove. And now it's gone. Now, once we've done all those steps, let's go ahead and go back and let's log in to the scanner. So you'll put in your username and your password to log in. So signing in real quick, and of course you have the option to save it or not save it. That's up to you. Okay. Now you'll notice a menu at the top. You got home, you got your binary scanner, your spread and touch brackets, which are on the same page, tutorials, and then information about Nadex, like calendars, links, underlines, rollover dates, things like that. So to get started, we can click on either one. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and click on binaries. And then you'll see a bunch of messages come up, like, messages about, hey, we got the new scanner, here's what to do. Or using the scanner, or the current desktop assistant version, which we're about to talk about. Okay, or if you're looking for a trading computer, where we go to get our trading computers, and you can check them out. So what you're going to notice is this window pops up. It has a little video on how to install it. It's really simple. You just click install. And then a setup file pops up. Now, instead of just installing it, some people have issues with this, so I want to make it really easy. Okay, let's click on this arrow, and let's say show it in folder. And now let's right click and say run as administrator. So that way, depending upon how your administrative privileges are set up, it'll automatically let it install everywhere where it needs to. Okay? So let's click run as administrator. Are you sure you want to let it run? Yes. And then it'll go through, and then we'll run the file. Okay? So now it's installing on the computer for us. And it takes a minute for it to go through and set up. Once it does, you'll see all of a sudden data will pop in, and it will say connected right here in the bottom right. This is for the desktop assistant at the very bottom. It'll say connected, and it'll say, hey, markets are open. Okay? So with that right there, you now have the ability to see the contract prices for any market that you want to. And you can click on live, and it'll load the live data up, or you can click back over on demo, and it'll load the demo data up for you. And literally every expiration on that market, and you can select multiple markets. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, just as a reminder, this is a desktop application for PCs. So if you have a Mac, you're going to need to use Parallels or Chromobalto or Virtual Machine, or log into another computer like using TeamViewer that has it, as it won't work on a straight Mac. If Windows Defender pops up and says, hey, watch out, go ahead and click through it, allow it to go through. If you have virus checkers, maybe you have McAfee or something like that, then it may have to go through, and you may have to make it allow it. My preferred program for security, because it's fast, it doesn't use a lot of resources, and it's used by a lot of techies and computer guys and quants and things like that, is called ESET. So if you're looking for a virus program, you can check out ESET, and they have a 30-day free trial. It's a great program. I even use it on my phones and everything else as well. Now, it also may pop up and have a message that says, this program is blocking the desktop assistant. If you get that, go ahead and close that program, whatever it is, okay? And then simply restart the desktop assistant. Now, if you ever want to exit and reopen the desktop assistant, it's real simple. Right over here, just click up to the little arrow next to your clock, however you have your set up. And in your little bar right there, you'll see it. You can right-click on it. You'll be able to see the version. There's a log section, and you can exit. So I can simply exit. And then you notice all of a sudden it says not connected. So if I want to reconnect, just go in, type in desktop, and open back up the Apex desktop assistant. And then once that starts back up, then I'll have my connection. Also, if you're ever having a problem with it, you can hit Control-Shift-Escape and pop up your task manager, and you can close it directly from the processes. Okay? So again, that's Control-Shift-Escape to close any program from your processes, or click over here. Now, occasionally, we're going to have updates. Okay? And, again, a reminder, if you ever get a pop-up over here and, you can't get rid of it, now these stay up, but most of them you can just click on. If it won't go away, just, again, kill the desktop assistant and reopen it. Now, again, like I said, we have updates that come through. So let me open up. I have a video of an update that we did, just so you can see how the update works. All right, so on this video, what will happen is you'll notice that it'll pop up over here in a second, and it'll say there is a new desktop assistant. Go ahead and upgrade it. See, a new update is available. Right-click on the desktop assistant icon and click update to apply. So I go down here, I click on the arrow, I right-click on it, and you'll see the new option to update. I click update. Takes a few seconds, goes through the process, downloads, installs, updates, and then, of course, it takes a second for it to reconnect. You got to be patient for a second. And then once it reconnects, then all of a sudden it'll say you're connected, and data will start flowing immediately in. Okay? And that's how you update it. So really, really easy. We tried to make this as super user-friendly as possible. So if you ever want to check on the version, like we have a message that'll pop up and say, we're currently on version, whatever, you can, again, click on it and right-click, and now I can see version 3.0.29. And when you log in, if we update the version, not only you get that message, but we'll also have an announcement that will say, we've upgraded to 3.0.30. That's the latest version. So we try to put it in the messages and down here, both, so you can see it. Now, let's talk about login. It may or may not work for entity accounts. We haven't really put any support in for that. So if you have a corporation account with Nadex, that's going to be different. May or may not work with the scanner, except we don't really have support built in for that. Now, what about logging in? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click sign in. Notice I don't need to open a Nadex window at all. Okay? So I'm going to click sign in, and then I'm going to choose my demo username and password. Okay? And put that in, and then I'm going to click log in. And that's going to log me into my Nadex account. Notice it takes about 10 seconds for all the values to update the first time, like when you first log in. So each time you log in, it'll take about 10 seconds. Now, notice my value shows up. Now, something that can get people caught up is they're like, why does it say unable to update account information? Because I'm selected live, but I logged in to demo. Okay, if I go here and click demo, the message will go away. All right, so real simple. If you're seeing that message and you're like, I'm logged in, it's not showing. Why is it showing I'm not logged in? Because you're on that. Now, you can also log in. This is a great benefit of the scanner. You can log in to both. So if I want to log into live at the same time, I can click sign in and then go in, and let's see here. All right, and I'll log in. They'll let me log in, and I can hide my account value. Maybe I don't want to make that public for whatever reason, just by clicking this little power icon right here. Okay, this little hide value icon. All right, so real simple. Just you can click there, and you can hide the values, show the values. Now you notice when I click on demo or live, it just says no current open positions or orders are currently pending. Okay, so really, really simple. Now, an important thing, if you want to log out, you just click this arrow right next to it, and now I'm logged out. That's how you log out, okay? So I can sign in, and I can log out right here, and this logs in directly to Nadex. If you want to get rid of these messages, you can click on them, and they'll go away, or they'll just go away eventually with time. So again, this is a direct login to Nadex, just like using like the mobile platform. Now, if I want to execute a demo trade, I need to be on demo. And you'll notice we cut different colors, right? We have this lighter blue here for demo. So if I want to do demo trades, I need to have demo selected over here. If I want to do live trades, I need to have live selected. So, and we'll talk about orders and order types and all that and how to use it in another video. I just want to make sure you know how to access it, and then you understand live demo, log in, log out, values, how to update your desktop assistant. Now, all this blinking gives some people, issues. So I can get that. If you want to get rid of all the blinking stuff that's going on, simply go over and click suppress price change notifications. And they'll filter through, and then they'll stop. And now it's not going to update like every single one of them. Okay? So there may be a couple that, come through, but it won't be like just a constantly changing thing. So it really minimizes it. It may even minimize it to nothing for you. So now another thing that can drive people a little nuts is all these little pop-ups that will come up like this right here. If you don't want those notifications popping up everywhere on you and you want to get rid of the little tooltips, is what they're called, just click suppress all tooltips and then hit F5. And it will instantly make it to where now you don't have to get all of these tooltips in. Okay? So really, really simple. Just suppress and hit F5. Now, sometimes you may not be seeing all the contracts because you had filters on, which we'll talk about later. But to reset everything back, okay, because maybe you did a whole bunch of filters over here, click default, and that'll reset everything back for you. And then the last thing I have for you is maybe you're getting a message that says like trades rejected, or let me sort of show you. Like, if I log in over here to Nadex, and I click log in, and this usually only happens once, and then it just doesn't seem to happen again, and only some people have the issue. But again, it's like one thing, and it's really simple to fix. But you can see right over here, like how it says rejected order. Okay, so if this says rejected order on it, and you're getting rejections and you want to figure out how to solve it, the simplest way is to log into Nadex on the demo account over here and just like place a trade. Okay, I mean, you can even, if you wanted to, place a limit order. Go in here and place one for like $1, and then put it in, let it be working. Okay, but just place a an order or a trade or whatever. And let me get rid of these. Yeah. Okay, so I got out of those. So doing that, and then I can close out in Nadex at that point. I can just close the window, and that should solve the rejected order. If it doesn't, for some odd reason, then again, that's logging into Nadex, logging out. I can log out here, and then of course log back in. Okay, really simple. And then I could also go in and I could clear my cache, like where I hit Control Shift Escape. Sorry, Control Shift Delete, and then just clear data out. And then I also can, close the desktop assistant and reopen it. So those are sort of the common issues, and sort of, as you notice, there's a little consistency there, right? Clear your cache, log out, log back in, close the desktop assistant, reopen the desktop assistant. That should solve any issues that you have. If not, let us know. But hopefully you got a lot out of this video. I tried to make it brief. I know it went a little bit long, but again, just install Google Chrome and make sure it's up to date. If you don't have an Apex account, go ahead and sign up. If you don't have the scanner, sign up for that. Once you have it, you can access it right through the Apex Investing free member area. And make sure you remove all old extensions, clear out all your cache, install the desktop assistant. Make sure nothing's blocking it. If there is, it'll tell you. And log in and make sure you choose the right one. And then in future videos, we'll go over several different things like order types, default settings, things like that. Just want to highlight to you, this thing is lightning fast. I mean, if there are 40 price updates in a second, it's going to do 40 price updates. So it's going to move really, really fast. That's why some people try to suppress the notifications so you don't get 1,000 of them like constantly blinking, even though there'd be a few here and there. But it is extremely fast. It's extremely stable. We took we used to have it built just in Chrome. And so Chrome, the browser, was having to do all of the work, all of the math. And by installing the desktop assistant, we've been able to let that handle all the heavy lifting. So that way your browser isn't getting overloaded and frozen and, just random weird issues. So this would really solve, if you have used the scanner in the past and you had any kind of issues, with it overloading memory, Chrome, things like that. Now the desktop assistant really handles that super smooth. And I hope you enjoy it. So if you have any questions, hop in the rooms. We'll be glad to help you. Hop on the forum, or even on Facebook. Let us know any questions that you have, and we'll be glad to help you out. And just a reminder, if you are trying to learn how to trade, spreads or binaries, check out our binary mastery course. Also check out our, for binaries, check out our spread mastery course called. The binary is called Binary Breakout Master. The spread one is called Integrations, and it shows you how to use spreads, touch brackets, how to combine them even with futures and forex if you're interested in doing that. So I really go into depth in a thing called the Ultimate Hedge and a lot more. And you can find information on our homepage or inside the free member area on those. And of course, check out our elite membership where we are comfortably in there doing advanced trading as well. So anyways, hope you got a lot from this, and I'll see you on the next video.